At the Red Bull Ring in Austria, Marc Márquez was in the public spotlight, once again demonstrating his class as a MotoGP maestro. With his extraordinary performance, he embarrassed his longtime rival, Valentino Rossi, proving that his era is far from over. Márquez delivered a frenzied, dominant performance, leaving a big question mark in the paddock. Is this proof that Márquez's reign will continue, further distancing his name from the shadows of other legends like Rossi? Let's discuss. The Red Bull Ring circuit in Austria has once again become the center of attention in the MotoGP world. As Márquez demonstrated his dominance from the start of race week, the Ducati Lenovo rider performed exceptionally well in all of the free practice sessions, setting the fastest times in free practice 1 and 2 and securing the top spot overall. The spotlight was on not only Márquez's speed, but also the increasingly heated atmosphere in the paddock with Valentino Rossi's presence. Rossi's presence in the paddock stands seemed to reopen old wounds from his classic rivalry with Márquez, adding a dramatic touch. From the first free practice session, Márquez showed that he was on a different level. With his signature aggressive, yet precise style, the Spanish rider controlled the Desmosedici GP25 as if the bike were an extension of his body. Every sharp turn and acceleration out of a corner was executed with near-perfect timing. The Red Bull Ring is known for its speed and hard-braking zones. It also demands high speeds on the straights. These features were expected to favor KTM, the home team. Many believed that Pedro Acosta or Brad Binder would be the star of the weekend. However, all of those predictions were shattered when Márquez, once again, emerged as the fastest rider. Despite a dramatic moment when Acosta, KTM's sensational rookie known for daring to challenge anyone on the track, toed him to many observers. Acosta's actions seemed to symbolize a new generation trying to challenge Márquez's dominance and understand the secrets of his speed. In the end, though, Márquez's experience, racing instincts, and steely mentality made all the difference. The 8-time world champion proved once again that despite the pressure from his younger rivals, he remains the strongest in a class of his own. The most talked-about moment came off the track. Television cameras repeatedly captured Valentino Rossi standing casually with sunglasses on, his piercing eyes intently observing the free practice session at the Red Bull Ring. Although he was just a spectator, the public saw a special meaning. In Rossi's every move, Rossi's presence immediately sparked widespread speculation. To some fans, it felt like a flashback to the Rossi versus Márquez rivalry, especially the controversial incident at Sepang in 2015, which is still considered a dark moment in MotoGP history. Some speculated that Rossi was there to support his favorite student, Francesco Bagnaia, who was struggling to maintain his dominance. However, others viewed the moment as far more symbolic. It was as if Márquez had humiliated his old rival once again, right before his eyes and in front of the cheering Austrian crowd. Despite Márquez's superior performance, the Austrian race cannot be viewed in isolation from KTM's home turf context. The Red Bull Ring has become a place of honor for the Austrian factory team, where they always try harder than in other races. Pedro Acosta and his teammates will certainly give their all to stop Ducati's advance, especially as Márquez's dominance becomes unstoppable. Acosta, with his aggressive, youthful riding style, is considered the biggest threat at the Red Bull Ring. The spotlight is clearly on him, as he has a golden opportunity to prove he's not just a rising star, but a real threat to a big name like Márquez. The big question remains, though: youthful courage and energy be enough to counter Márquez's experience, cunning, and winning mentality on a tough track like Austria's? The 2025 season marked a golden comeback for Marc Márquez. After a challenging period of injury and uncertainty, the 8-time world champion made a remarkable return to the top. From the opening round in Buram, Thailand, Márquez sent a clear message to his rivals: he was not finished yet. He demonstrated impeccable consistency, dominating race after race with the speed, cunning, and daring that earned him the nickname the Baby Alien. By joining the Ducati factory team, which now boasted the fastest bike on the grid, Márquez appeared to have found the combination he had been searching for. Ducati provided him with the fastest bike and a solid, organized team. He provided the deciding factor: above-average racing, ability that was difficult for anyone to match. This dominance frustrated many rivals, Big names like Francesco Bagnaia and Jorge Martin often found themselves in his shadow, unable to match Marquez's steely mentality, sharp instincts, and ability to read the race. Every time they tried to attack, Marquez always seemed to have an answer. From aggressive cornering maneuvers to clever tire management strategies, he appeared to be one step ahead of his rivals. However, the MotoGP world had prepared a new challenge for Marquez. Toprak Razgatlioglu, the Turkish World Superbike champion, had just officially signed with Yamaha to move up to the premier class starting next season. Toprak's presence certainly added spice to the competition, especially since he has a reputation as one of the most spectacular riders on two wheels. Toprak was known for his daring riding style, extreme late braking, and precise, wild maneuvers that often left spectators breathless. Every time he took control of the bike, dramatic moments that drew gasps of admiration always ensued. Many observers consider the rivalry between Marquez and Toprak to be one of the greatest of the past decade, a clash of two aggressive riding styles that took risks yet were highly effective in the pursuit of victory. At a press conference in Istanbul, Toprak confidently expressed his ambition. MotoGP is every rider's dream. I want to prove that I can compete with the best. Marc Márquez. Behind all of Marquez's brilliance, one notable response was Valentino Rossi. In an exclusive interview with Italian media, Rossi admitted that he had started paying more attention to Marquez's development than usual. "I'm not going to lie. I want to stay the best. But seeing Marc back this strong makes me think he's not finished yet," Rossi said cautiously. This statement reveals Rossi's emotional side, as he has always been known for his confidence and charisma. However, this time, there was a rare note of doubt in his voice. This is understandable, given one significant fact that cannot be ignored. Rossi is just one World Championship title shy of Marquez's 8. Rossi is certainly aware that if the 2025 season continues as planned, Marquez has the potential to equal or surpass his long-considered unshakable record. The Tavulia legend is starting to be haunted by the thought of losing his record-breaking status. The psychological pressure is growing as the public and the media increasingly compare the two riders, seemingly reopening old wounds from their heated rivalry. Rossi knows that if Marquez succeeds in writing a new chapter in MotoGP history, his legacy as a racing icon could fade from the collective memory of fans. With landmark victories at Mugello and Assen, the latter of which is home to Rossi's protege, Francesco Bagnaia, Marquez has made one thing clear. He's not just back, he's back with a mission. Every turn, every move, and every podium proves that the 8-time world champion hasn't lost his edge. Can Marquez equal Rossi's record of 9 world championships this season? Or will Pedro Acosta in Austria or Toprak Razgatlioglu next season prove to be the real obstacle for the baby alien? Share your thoughts below.